New York. New York, what's up, New York? Listen, we in New York, right? This is hip hop. This is hip hop.
Welcome back to Crash the Industry. This episode is a very, very special episode. On this episode, I got my brother. He's been running around the industry since the early 90s. He's been in and out the industry. He has been behind the scenes in so many ways people wouldn't even believe, and he's still moving and shaking behind the scenes. He calls me one day and says, yo, brother, I got something on the table for you. He's always been a mover and shaker, and I would like to introduce my brother, Duss Smitto. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, bro?
How you doing?
Appreciate you having me, man. I like the setup.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
lot,
it.
man.
I told you we was going to do this. So I'm not going to jump into it right away, but the history between me and my brother Duss, we grew up. I'm from Bed-Stuy, but he was from right there in Williamsburg. He was also from Redfern.
No, Red Hook.
Red Hook.
Yeah.
So he was from between both hoods.
Yeah.
And we grew up in an era of hip hop when it was at, I would say, its finest.
Yeah, the golden era, right?
The golden era.
Yeah, because we caught the beginning and the end of it, right? We went through the whole era, if you think, right?
The whole era.
Yeah.
From the battling on the corners.
That's right. That's how we started.
Battling in front of record labels.
That's right.
So there's a few things I really want to talk to you about. I really came to play.
Right.
So
I know you did. Well, I mean, I know you did some research, but then it's just for us, it's natural too.
Yeah,
right?
because we lost touch for so many years.
Right.
And then I randomly pull up to a Remy video shoot.
Yep.
And I'm looking and like, nah, that's not my brother Duss.
Yeah.
And you like, yo, Sha. So since that day we locked in, we may not have seen each other every day, but we was always in touch with each other, texting, yo, what's good? I got this going on.
Absolutely.
And then you hit me with he always hit me with the famous, I ain't calling you no more till I got some money on the table.
Yeah. Because that's what we like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do this to take care of our family, right? So
yeah.
Like, I'm in for that part.
And I appreciated that phone call. You like, hold on, I'm gonna get dude from the record label. We're gonna talk to you. We're gonna show you how this goes. And we stood on the phone for like 25, 30 minutes while everybody was busy. And we made the introductions, and I knew what I had to do.
Right.
And I know, all right, I got to bring this to the table for that deal to go through. I said, all right, cool, we're going to put a pause on it. We're not ready to do that yet, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to accept nothing I'm not ready for.
Yeah, but I see that you also taking your journey serious, right? Because you learning step by step. Some people don't want to build a brick. They just want the house.
Absolutely.
So how I got here was just a brick a day. Like, all right, you know, I know the industry is full of all of this stuff. I didn't care for all that stuff. I care for the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? That's what drove me more. Like, I know I could go get this out of it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want the cars and the chains and all that. Whatever that was, like you chasing that, I knew that the opportunities was over here, the marketing, like we talk about, right?
You got to chase the opportunities.
Yeah, the opportunities it'll last longer. It's more longevity in that.
See, how I do things is different from a lot of people.
Right.
What happens is, I'm working over here in the music. I got the record label and everything. Then I tried to say, what's missing? Then I went and sat down with my wife and realized marketing is missing.
Right.
So we were just running from clubs, opening up, Ron Browse, Drewski, all of that. My artists done opened up for the who's while they was still green, while they was still learning. And I was already putting them in a position to be in front of people. Oh, I remember that artist. I did that. But what I had to do is with the music, I stepped back for a couple months.
Right.
And I had to look at it from a bird's eye view. All right, so we missing marketing. Sat down with the wife, hey, I need you to come on board and handle the marketing, right? So we did that. We already had in-house production. So every time I ran into a brick wall, I stepped back and say,
what's missing, right?
What's missing? So then I realized none of my artists had a podcast. So I said, let me get it started. I show by leading. Hey, look, if I could go do a TV show, y'all could go do a podcast.
That's how I did it too.
Everything is by leading.
Yeah, that's how I did it. See, with me, like I said, I don't know, for some reason, I kind of was afforded the luxury to kind of be in certain situations that I didn't have to go search that far, but you didn't have to give me opportunity neither. When I saw like it was a little gap, it's like, oh, I could take my way
So
and do
let's
this.
get into that question for you.
Okay.
Being from Brooklyn, you know, I know you used to travel to Baltimore a little bit.
Yeah.
We could get into that.
Yeah,
Traveling
absolutely.
to Baltimore for a reason. But I would like to know how you went from Brooklyn to a record deal in the UK with Evil Twin Records.
All right, so I had caught a deal with DJ Self, right? Shout out to my man.
I was gonna bring that in later.
Yeah, I had caught a deal with DJ Self for my man Jum. It's my brother. You know what I'm saying? They put together a situation for me. I was able to sign a Self. My man CEO Buck and my man Bucky Fresh. That life, you know what I'm saying? He was the VP. The deal didn't go the way. The deal was good. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I feel like I still needed a lot to learn too, as far as direction. So after the deal didn't go the way I wanted to go, because I kind of got like a little bit of how you say, like you know, I got discouraged.
Okay.
So Self had put me on a record with Rick Ross at the time, and an artist we had called Antoine Belly. So I'm thinking, all right, this would be the machine that'll push everything to get me, and it didn't work that way. So what happened was, I'm like, let's find something else, right? So when the deal didn't push through, I went back independent, my own dollar. I went back to the streets, did my own thing. And my man Bless, my man RH Bless, shout out to him. He was like, yo, I got a guy from the UK that sent me some beats. Let's hear how his beats sound.
Okay.
And when he sent the record back that we did, the guy was like, yo, who's that you recorded with? He was like, yo, that's my brother, that's Duss, like that. And then he reached out and was like, yo, I want to do a project with you. That's how it happened.
So that project was the Foreign Exchange EP.
Yep, we did that. Well, Bless actually A&R'd the whole project for me. I sat in his studio, he recorded it, and him and my man Passion Hi-Fi, that's his name, that owned Evil Twin Records, they basically orchestrated the music. But that was my original album. Like, a lot of people don't know I have a whole album out there because they put it together and put all the funding as far as marketing.
Okay.
I just funded everything else. The machine, as far as me going to the studio, doing what I gotta do this, you know, making the moves. Yeah, but I was happy with that because it's like I actually got an album that I was able to get put out there, and it worked in the UK. I never knew that was a market. As far as we know overseas is when we hear like, oh, Wu-Tang went on the road, or, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that independent artists could stretch that far. And yeah, we put it out, and he put it out.
So did you ever actually go out there?
I wasn't able to go out there. I wasn't able to go out there at the time. I forgot what else was going on in between, but I wasn't able to go out there. I just kind of gave him the album and was like, you see what it do. Like I said, I was a little discouraged with the industry. I more or less was like, I'm good. I just wanted to say I got one off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is my official album. I got an album out there. A lot of people didn't even know I put an album out. But if you search and draw my name up, you can see that it's there in the UK. And it did well. I didn't even care about the money. I ain't asking for a dollar, dime, nothing. To this day, he probably like, yo, you never, like, you know, I reach out to him, make sure he good, but I never asked him for no money. I just wanted to put it out there.
So I would like to backtrack just a little.
Okay.
Delve deeper into how you ended up with that deal with DJ Self, because I know that's your brother. Like, y'all still
of course,
vibe
Selfish
and rock. You still got the Selfish music.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I was just running around the town. We was grinding like how we was, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gage. So what happened was me and Gage did a Source freestyle cipher together.
Okay.
When they asked who else from Brooklyn would you want to be on a Source magazine cipher with, it was a versus everybody in the Bronx, everybody in Harlem. And I was like, well, I'm going to take the dudes from Brooklyn that I know get busy like me. But the only person I could really draw out of that I know was going to be ready to shoot
And go crazy
was Gage. So I called Gage and was like, yo, come on, I'm coming to get you. I went and got him, brought him to Red Hook. Whole project was out. He like, yo, this is crazy. My man 10 came with the cameraman. We shot it. And I think when people saw that is when my man was like, yo, I want to take you to meet Buck. And when I met Buck and Self was partners at the time. That's how I got next to
DITC.
No, a Buck Wild. So original Buck Wild, he used to do all the promotion for Hot 97.
Okay.
He started doing the promotion for everybody. He was responsible for Big too, like the whole Junior Mafia. That was all of them. Buck, the whole Diaz was all they was taking.
Entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment. Yeah, he come from that like that side of the fence. So once they heard me doing that, it was like, oh yeah, this kid is alright. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I was running into the other rappers that was already making a name for themselves in the town that was saying, yeah, he's it.
He's getting busy.
Yeah, he's it.
So what was it like, though, running around with DJ Self at that time? Because I know he had to have you at least going to some clubs, perform with him, and playing some of your records.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy because that's when I learned that this game is not about how talented you are. Nobody give a about your talent. Like, it's cool. It's cute. Like, all right, he could rap. Yeah, it's cool. But you have to have the other parts, who you know, who you around. All of that matters. The relationships, bro. If you don't have the relationships, nobody's going to care. I
said this on another episode previously, but I knew it was really real. I always thought that, but I knew it was really real when Nicki Minaj said it. She said, if it was the money, I'd buy everything I need. She was like, it's not the money. It's the relationships you build that get you as far as you can go in the industry.
Yeah, like I said, like, I had to learn from, like, being around and really, because when you're around with somebody like Self, you in the game now. So you seeing everything that's going on. It's nothing like when we watching it from fans thinking, I want to get on and all that. Because that was never my thing. I didn't care to be a rapper. My man was like, yo, you really, you know, like, we grew up just as like a hobby, as a love for. You know how it was, Shy. We was playing ball. We in the streets. We running around. We hustling. We trying to get some money. Well, my man Jum was really like, I was doing it already. You know what I'm saying? I had put out a mixtape early, right? So the first one I put out was called For the Love. My man, I don't know if you remember Cause, but he was from the neighborhood. Shout out to my man Cozy Cause, Shamrock. White boy, he was official though. He used to play ball. He used to be
I was about to say the one who played ball?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, Cozy Cause. So he paid for my first mixtape. So that's kind of was like, all right.
The start.
Yeah, that kind of started me out. But when I got back to the hook and really locked in, like I wasn't thinking about music like that until they heard me do the cypher with Gage. That's what kind of set it off. We was putting out mixtapes, but when me and Gage did that, people was like, yo, you should just take that serious. You was try. But then it's like, all right, take it serious to do what?
And how?
Yeah, how? Like,
we didn't know the business back
Yeah.
then. So let me ask you, what was it like when you decided to transition from being an artist to figuring out a hustle behind the scenes?
When I got around Self and them, because I saw where the money was really coming from.
Okay.
It wasn't coming from being no artist. It was coming from the people that was pointing the fingers and directing traffic, right? Like a Buck. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like a Hood, Manhood. They was responsible for Murder. Mano, they partners with Mano and, you know, the whole Team 80. Those dudes is the dudes that run the game, not your favorite rapper.
So you wanted to be a button pusher.
Yeah, once I saw that, it's like, all right, it's cool to do that, but I want to be the person in the back because that's the one who really running up the tab.
That was funny you say that because I was like, yo, Duss, so you going to perform one of your songs? And you was like, nah, I'm behind the scenes like you.
Yeah, bro, that's over for me. That been came to pass. Like I said, I never wanted to do rap. Like, I tell somebody right now, I could read off 5 different names that I think is better than me that was from the town and was rappers. They just wasn't in the mix enough. I was in the mix because I was outside.
You see, even back then, being outside, being around was a thing. Like,
yeah,
we were in clubs almost every weekend.
I know. I tell people
even
that
at
now.
Shorties,
yeah, I know.
16, 17,
I know.
going to the bouncer, yo, if you don't let us in, we're going to wild out.
Yeah, it's
all right,
lit.
just get ahead. Just get ahead. and at a young age, we was already, with no social media, we knew you had to go make a name for yourself. The battling in different boroughs and neighborhoods for bread.
Right.
And your neighborhood dope boy, like, yo, come on, I got 5 bands on you. We're gonna go smoke them.
That's what I'm saying. I was, you know, like I said, I was going from the other side to Marcy, and we knew who was nice in Marcy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to, I was seeing Bleak early. I was seeing G to K. We used to battle all the time. Proof and Cooper, we used to battle all the time.
Shout out to G to K. He came home.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
doing his thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we was running into each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you got to remember, my first introduction into sitting around real artists, if you want to be technical, when I moved to Queens, I lived in Queens for like 3 years. I was around Roy Flush when he was doing his first album.
That's Big Cuzzo.
That's Big Homie.
No, that's Big Cuz right there. We gotta get him on the show.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely. Yeah, we gonna set that up. But the whole process of his first album, I was right there. But I was in the street. He was sending me to go do the other thing. They was sending me to go. That's how I was able to make so I was always around it enough to see it. and be like, I don't really know if I care too. And then what he was saying right here, he ain't really care too much about it, but we knew he had it.
And he didn't take it serious that much either.
Exactly. Like, he took it serious enough, but he didn't really dive all the way into it. We was really in the street.
And that's the mayor of Queens.
That's right. That's the governor, baby.
That's the governor of
Yeah.
Queens.
So that was really my first introduction to seeing somebody that was really popping. I knew Nori early.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was around Nori when he was poppy.
Hold on. Do you remember when Maze stole Mousie's verse?
Yes, I do remember that.
And
Yes.
he put it on the track
That's
with Big
right.
Pun?
Yup. I saw. Yeah. Yo, they was beefing about that. Remember? That was
he
a thing.
named his girl. He said I abuse shells. He said I pop shells like I'm abusing my girl.
Right.
That was Mousie's line for his. He
I
referenced his wife.
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
That was a long time ago, bro.
Yeah, see, so that's what I'm saying. We was around when there was no social media, so you had to be outside to know somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I was just with Proof like a couple months ago. We did
Yeah.
a Grind Season Vague event. We went to that. Shout out to Grind Season Vague. Shout out to Proof.
Shout out to Proof.
He's doing his thing out there in LA, I believe.
Yeah.
He's out there. He's doing his thing. It's a lot of people that we grew up with that really took it and got serious with it.
Yeah, bro, because it's like, you've been around it so long, it's like, you kind of like...
Numb to it.
Yes, you numb to it. Like I said, I don't look at how everybody else look at it. I don't even care for that. I just know that, oh, this is an opportunity. This is something I know I can navigate and direct traffic with. And I could take care of my family in the end of the day. Like, I was able to generate stuff out of the game that your favorite artist couldn't get out the game. Let's just be honest.
See,
You know
and
what I'm saying?
that
Like-
all comes from how you're looking at the hustle of it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to know that there's money there. And sometimes you may not see the money here,
Right.
but you got to be able to see the money there.
That I tell you see what you just said? You smart. I tell everybody that. You may not see it here right now, but I'm telling you, give yourself 24 months. You ain't gonna be worrying about your bills for the next 10 years, 20 years. I'm telling you, I'm around it to see how it works. That's why the people that's always like, they live check to check, maybe show to show, right? Just like a working 9-to-5er. They live in check to check. They not the boss, right? So they busting their ass to know that I gotta maintain this money. See, some of these favorite artists is living the same way. Don't let that jury and all that. They live in show to show. That's why during the pandemic, everybody was up. A lot of people was down. So if verses didn't happen, how was people gonna eat? But the people behind the scenes wasn't messed up.
They had the money.
They got the money.
But
they
then you
understand
got
how to
certain people
run the
who was
machine.
hustling, like Moneybagg Yo was doing private shows for people who were bored. He was doing virtual shows.
There you go. He was using his celebrity. Everybody don't know how to do that neither. If you don't know how to use your name as your leverage, then what you got?
Yo, that right there, I tell my artists all the time. I say to them, you're not going to make money musically, but you got to make the music to make money.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you have to make yourself known enough. Be outside till you sick of being outside. Be outside till people are sick of seeing you and the DJ just say, yo, I'm just going to play his music. He's here every Saturday. He's popping up on me Wednesdays. He's popping up Sundays on my brunch. Just going to play his music.
Right.
Plus, I know some of his peoples.
Right.
And then the DJ start playing your music. And then eventually to make its way to, you get one spin on the radio. I've had like DJ Trace on a Sunday early morning play one of our records, right? That's huge for us. That's huge for us because we showed that we could make it with consistency. And the more consistent you are, the more opportunities and things you're gonna see.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in today's climate. So I tell people when we was doing guerrilla marketing, I was in the street with it, right? Rest in peace, my man Carol. I got my first deal at 16, right? So it was small, independent, and I didn't even care for the money because I didn't know. We was in the street, you know what I'm saying? So we just trying to figure it out. But I realized that pressure that we was applying then is working now, right? So history repeats itself. Guerrilla marketing is how you make it in the entertainment business,
It's
not
coming
music.
back.
Yeah, not just music, entertainment. When you look at how they even doing movies, they're using guerrilla marketing. They're doing it
They're using
themselves.
influencers.
That's right, and themselves, and they're going out themselves. Like, you see most of these actors now are shooting movies. They're getting their own equipment, their own team, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to do it themselves. People that are hands-on right now is going to make it.
Absolutely.
Everybody that's standing behind social media, you're only going to be there for the illusion. You're going to get the look. You're not going to get the success. You standing behind social media. Remember, in our day, we put boots to the ground.
Like, hold on. Did you see what Five Mike did?
No.
Shout out to Five Mics. Five Mics really brought back guerrilla marketing.
Okay.
What I say, what he did was he said, all right.
My father told me that many years ago, between the fields of maguey, among the Mexican whispers, a man gave his soul to the land to become immortal. He told me that in that day, the land was simmered and life grew to make way for a legend. A legend that neither wind nor fire would ever erode. Gran Leyenda Tequila, the tequila of the legends.
I don't know if was his mindset, but we don't sell C. I'm thinking he's like, we don't sell CDs no more. But I'm gonna go out there with QR codes.
Okay.
And he went out there with QR codes to Times Square.
Okay.
And he just filmed, I think, a video. I know YMVS Shampoo was involved because he was in the video.
Right.
They were all out in Times Square. QR codes, little carrying billboards of him, of the props and everything. And they went out to Times Square and did their thing. So when I'm looking at that, I look at my wife and she looked at me and she said, I told you, you need to go out there and do guerrilla marketing with your team.
And Rhapsody did the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Rhapsody did the same thing. I saw that with Rhapsody. She went out to the people and was like, she was doing something with her phone where they was like sharing, like, you know how you Bluetooth something?
Oh, they got the, what is it called? It's like a little, what's the name? Where it scan your phone? Yeah,
it scan your phone. So you was able to scan her album, like, or her EP. Right there, she was going to, I was like, yo, you know how dope that is? Like, she's building a fan at a time.
I'm going to tell you something that I did. It didn't quite work right away, but I know it's going to work the next time.
Right.
And I'm most likely going to do it with Wolf.
Shout out to Wolf.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. I made hoodies with a QR code on the sleeve.
That's dope. See, that's where Nipsey was going. God bless his soul. Because now,
Rest
when
in
I
peace.
take trips out to LA, you know what I'm saying? I'm out in LA too, back and forth. You got a lot of people that's implementing his system because he had a way of doing it that's like directly to consumer. So you cut out the BS, you cut out the middleman, you cut out a lot of stuff that you don't need. That's why guerrilla marketing is coming back.
You know what I didn't like that they did? They didn't factor his numbers when he did that. Like, oh, you were double dipping, you were selling merch to sell your song. But the majors do it, but when they go through their personal vendor, they count it. So they got their vendor that makes the clothes.
Oh,
and
okay.
when you go through them, it counts. But when you do it on your own, your numbers don't count. They did that to Russ too. They cut his numbers and said he was selling the merch to sell his records.
You know they're gonna do something. You know it's gonna be some sucker somewhere. You know that. This is the industry. It's the worst business to ever be in, right? It's gonna be some BS somewhere. It's just part of the game. You gotta go with it. Like, I see it now, even on a small scale that I am, it's gonna be some BS. But what I tell people is, look, just hustle it. Just hustle. Look at it the same way you look at the block. When you looked at the block, you say, where am I gonna curve out my niche to eat? The game is the same. Just don't get blinded by all that other.
Where am I gonna get my 8 to 8 or 12 to 12?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I don't get blinded by all that corny. Like, I never did because, like I said, I was around it so much, but I was in the street. Like, oh, I got to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? I got to still keep the lights on. Flush got a deal. I was going to the studio with him every day. You know what I'm saying? I was able to be around all the DJs early. He signed with, I want to say, TVT. Remember, they first had Ja Rule. They had, I think, Mike Geronimo. So, he introduced me to Irv Gotti when he was DJ Irv. I first met him with Roy Flush.
Okay.
It's a fact. Word. He didn't even have Murder Inc. or none of that. Because I went to Jamaica High School.
Okay.
So Flush used to come pick me up. He had the Pathfinder. he was lit. Like, he was lit before music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I found out who he was in music later. Like, that's the big bro to me. They like, man, that's the hottest dude coming from.
You've been around. You
Flushing.
had a journey.
I had a journey. So it was like, it was almost like pushing me in that direction. And I was gonna be somewhere involved anyway, because I was always around it.
So we got a few more things we're gonna talk about. I want to take a quick intermission so we can get some water.
Yeah.
We're gonna turn it over to my DJ. And once we take this little break, we're going to get back, and we're going to get back to the second half of the interview with my brother Duss. This is the shit I do.
See.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Crash the Industry. I'm still here with my guest, Duss Smitto. This is my brother. So we got a few things we still want to talk about. Normally, I don't give free promotion, but I'm going to give you a chance to give a little free promotion, telling me cut me my check later.
Yeah,
how did you end
absolutely.
up being the brand ambassador for the liquor company that you're working with?
Shout out to Grand Leander.
Shout out to Grand Leander.
Yeah, my mentor E, he's he actually from the BX, right? He's a cat out here. I was saying when we was talking when we ran into Remy's video shoot. I was like, you know, he mentored me for like the last 6-7 years on just organizing your life. Forget just all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yo, you need to, you know, you get your head clear in the game, you can have a good run. You can have a good finish, you know what I'm saying, to the race. So he didn't even bring up like me trying to promote it or nothing, but like I said, we hustlers. One thing about us New Yorkers is we see an opportunity, we like, yo, what's up with that? He brought me a bottle of it and never even said he owned it. You know what I'm saying? He was telling me to taste it. Like, yo, try this out, tell me how you like it. So I was like, when I start asking questions, he's like, nah, me and his partner Daryl, that's my guy, you know what I'm saying? They was like, we own this together. We spending all the money. I said, for real? So you know me, I call the big homie, yo, Jess, you know? Shout out to Carmelo, you know what I'm saying? And I called the bros and was like, yo, what you think about this? He said, let's set it up and sit down and see what they talking. So I put the meeting together from the West Coast to the East Coast. We went out to dinner and we set it up. And then they was like, look, the numbers y'all asking for at the time is doable, but promote it more. And we just kept on, you know me. Like I said, I don't take my foot off the gas. I don't care if it don't seem like it's moving for y'all. I'm going to keep moving. And then he came back and was like, yo, we going to really open the doors for this in the next year. And you going to be the East Coast brand ambassador.
So make sure they get me a bottle.
Yeah.
Not on the TV show version.
Yeah.
You know, TV and alcohol is something different. But
Right.
on my YouTube version, as we build the YouTube, we could shout it out. We could start branding.
Oh no,
with it.
I got you. You know I got you.
So
for that.
we could do that. So the other thing is, and you just mentioned it, but I'm gonna take it further back.
Okay.
Where were you? What were you doing when your cousin Melo got drafted to the NBA? And what was you thinking? Like
When Low got drafted and people were saying like, you know, it's crazy. Like I wouldn't go back that far because everybody gonna be like, yo, Cuzzo was already gonna go there like that. The whole hood knew that, you know what I'm saying, from Syracuse. So I wasn't really like, we just knew that he was the guy. He was in Denver killing, you know what I'm saying? So his whole run in the Syracuse when he got the championship, it was just like, oh, he going, you know, he's the hood, he's family to the hood. You know what I'm saying?
And
so
low key, he beat LeBron.
Yeah,
in college.
Yeah, right. So it's like he's family to the hood. So it's like everybody just was like, we know where he going.
That's why I mentioned you going back to you from Brooklyn to Baltimore and all that. I knew that history there. Was you part of that team?
No, he came because he's younger. You know what I'm saying? So he came after. When I was going on a run like to Baltimore, my cousin was taking me up there for the other thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my cousin Johan. He was taking me out there to figure the other parts out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was on a run that way. We already knew that he was going to go, though. The hood knew that. You know what I'm saying? They were saying, yo, the guy from your hood that's going to go is Low. You know what I'm saying? And they call him Cello. You know what I'm saying? You got to know him to call him Cello.
Uh-huh.
So we knew, like, oh, Cello, if he get close, he going to go. You know what I mean? But I knew of who, you know what I'm saying? I knew, like, all right, he's the guy. But I wasn't watching like that. Remember, in our era, Carl was the guy. Remember, Melo came up after. Carl Sanders was the guy. Even from when he graduated from Grady. He's the coach right now.
It was Boogs.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? And Carl is the coach right now at Grady. But he took them to the Nationals that year. He won the championship at the Garden.
Mm-hmm.
So I always used to say it was going to be Bear. And then as time went on, that's it. Melo just
Melo
took the
took it
hood.
and ran
He
with it.
took it and ran with it. He put the hood on his back, and that was it.
Now, what was I seen you on a set a couple of times. What was your role at the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast?
I don't really have a role. It wasn't really a role for me there. It's just family. You know what I'm saying? It's like the support. You know what I mean?
You just popped out. You was there.
Yeah,
for
I
him.
was just popped out and there. Wherever he at, we supporting. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, you know, I still I'm in the podcast lane, but we don't let the two collide. You know what I mean? It's like I'm there for the support. Like, okay, I see what he got going on. I see what he doing. And he just like the fact that I won't come around and, well, what's this or what's that? You know, I just watch and observe.
Okay.
So he'd be like, all right, look, man, if you ever need, you know what I'm saying? Or let me know where I got you. You know, it's that type of thing. So it's like, you know, I'm willing to go out there and make my own bones, though. They know that. That's why they love me.
See, you got a extensive history in podcasting. You were podcasting when I didn't even know what podcasting was.
Yep, before
so
everybody.
When DTF opened up their first podcasting studio.
Yeah, I can't. All right, so they had the first one. It was in Bushwick. I think that's when he was on his test run. Like I remember from that because I remember seeing Gage up there a few times killing it. When they went and got the big spot, I was introduced to it from Nana Moreau. She had Live City.
Okay.
And she told me to come, you know what I'm saying? She was like, yo, you come audition. Like, you want to try it? And I was like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. And since then, I learned that system. Like everything we do, I learned the game, and got my own show. But when I was doing it, there was no Drink Champs.
Nah.
None of this, I'm just keeping it a buck. None of that was out yet. Only thing I wasn't looking to monetize it. I was looking for just to grow a fan base.
A fan base.
I didn't know you could monetize it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't know that you could go get a check for that. I just thought you was doing that to promote yourself, and then maybe the sponsorship, I knew that they pay money. You know what I'm saying? Because shout out to my man Rock, he was trying to get us a deal with Plush Vodka at the time. And I was like, Rock, what I gotta do to get the numbers up to go get the check? He was like, you gotta just keep doing this. And then because he was there too. They had a show up there too. You know what I'm saying? Rock had a show up there. Then he turned around and he opened up We Say What They Can't.com. We Say What They Can't Radio, that's it. And then I switched over and I had my own show, Streets Wanna Know, since then. So I've been doing that for like 9 years.
So what I learned about this, as my numbers grow, I already have, of course, BMI. What I'm gonna do is separate the vocals from the video at some point.
Right.
And I'm gonna put my my vocals under my brand so I could get my BMI checks. I could also get like sound scan and all that, because what people don't realize is every time you're streamed vocally, like say we put it on a platform like Spotify or something. I don't even know if I want to go with Spotify after I've seen what they're doing. But after you put it on a platform and people go to it and stream it, that's your vocals, that's your voice. You're supposed to get a check from each one of those streams. And a lot of people didn't know that.
No, you absolutely, I'm adding on to what you're saying. You're absolutely right. The good thing is I own my masters. So I went to, I ain't really supposed to put this out here, but I'm giving you this exclusive. We went and sat down with somebody at Apple, and they said, look, give me these numbers, come back, and we could talk real money. And when I mean real money, I'm talking about you could put 2 digits behind it. So I was like, word? He was like, yeah, we've been watching you for the last 4 or 5 years. We like everything about you, but you know this game is about the numbers. Go get your numbers up to here, and we'll put 2 digits behind you.
So are you bringing your podcast back?
Of course, yeah, yep. Being that now I'm in the position that I'm in with the new company I'm working with, yeah, I'm going to set something up crazy. But being that, you know, the way I'm going to set it up is I don't really care about that part of it. I'm not going to say I don't care like that. Like, what I'm saying is that'll be something I'm going to leave for my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see that I could do that. Like, all right, I could set that up. And go, when I get back into that, the way I know the game now, how marketing goes with it, and how, like you say, you could put your vocals here, you could put the audio files here, you could put your video visual content here. I know that money will be sitting there for my family.
Yeah, like I learned that you can go sign for your visual podcast with one company to have them stream it. Then you can go sign for your vocals somewhere else.
A lot of people don't know that.
And then if you got certain sound bites that go viral, you can do licensing for those sound bites for people to put in songs, commercials. Like, so it's a lot of things that it took me time to learn that now.
But
I'm
you're
ready
willing to learn it because there's a lot of dudes sitting in this game right now, or they quote unquote sitting at home, sitting on Instagram thinking that's just cool, right? You think you really doing something by doing that, but you're not gonna make no money. You're gonna be broke another 5 years sitting in your crib on Instagram because you don't know how to go and you don't know how to monetize what you're doing. A lot of people don't know how to take what they're doing and make money. They don't know how to do that.
You got to find your little niche, and you got to tug at the strings.
Yeah, but it's also learning. Like you said, I had to sit and learn. Like, oh, this is how they getting money. I watched a Sprite deal get made for $2 million when these dudes was just starting out. I watched that. I remember when the cats from Earn Your Leisure started going on their run. I'm like, they getting watch deals? How? Now they.
Oh, you know I'm definitely gonna work on a watch deal.
Of course, that's the.
I have to.
Yo, they seem like they giving out the most money right now. That's why I said when I come back this time full circle, I know completely. Talk to me nice, cause I know what I'm worth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, talk to me nice. I know what I'm worth, so I could go and say, yo, I'm gonna leave all of this for my family. You know what I'm saying? My wife, my kids, like they gonna have something to fall back on. Cause if you ain't going in that direction, you just wasting your time. Even with music. If you're not going to be serious about your career at this point in the game, where it's headed, go get a job.
And right now, whatever you do, and I don't care if it's music, fashion, art, movies, TV shows, podcasts, the biggest and most important part of what you do is not the filming, not the recording. It's the marketing afterwards.
Yeah.
And before even the marketing, a lot of people don't realize before marketing, you got to do promotion. So I found out speaking to someone, they was like, right now you're a boutique label as a record label. You're a boutique label. You're small. You got a lot of connection and you got good music. But they was like, the moment you build yourself a promotion team, you're now considered a major. Like I found out like even Sony doesn't have a promotions team. They're not even a major anymore. They outsource their promotion through Republic.
Absolutely. A lot of labels do, and also the smaller companies like 300, right? So basically I would be, and you would be in today's climate, we would be new A&Rs. Only difference is everything musically and media is run through me now. They're going to run it through me because I have something that you don't have. So you could sit in classroom for 10 years, but you don't got my experience.
Absolutely.
So the person with the experience right now is going to make the money. Because I really know what I'm doing. You trying to figure it out. That's why I said if you ain't serious about this at this point in your life, anything business, just forget entertainment. Business, period, go get a job. It's all right.
And then the other thing that's changing in all climates of every industry is the guys who's looking on Instagram and TikTok to do their job as an A&R or a clothing scout or designer scout, they're losing to the people who's actually going to the clubs, going to the lounges.
Boots to the ground.
That's what I said. It's back to the guerrilla everything.
I'm trying to tell you. That's what
So
I said.
when they see
go
me
out
outside,
there and get it.
when they see me outside, and I pick and choose I don't go to everybody's event.
Right.
I do not.
Me neither.
I go to select
neither.
events. If I go to the event without you inviting me, feel appreciated that I'm there.
Right.
And if you do invite me and I do show up, just know that I really rock with you or I see what you got going on.
Yeah. Because, you know, some events, it ain't tailor-made for people like us, right? Because we want to get straight to the point. So a lot of dudes that hit me, yo, my studio session, yo, write this record. Remember, we still writers, we still listen. I'm like, yo, dude, that's a bunch of waste of time what you doing. Because if you took this and just put it with this, you would actually make some money.
Facts.
Like, look at the cats like Chef G. Look at Sleepy Hollow. Why are they making all this money? They're not globally superstars like a little baby yet. They're superstars in their own right, but they know how to go get the money. Oh, how is that possible that they're running around?
Did you see what Snoop Dogg told NBA Youngboy?
No.
He said, you can't always be like this. He said, there ain't no money in that. He said, you know how I go get all this money? He said, I go like this.
Yeah, I smile. Yeah,
I smile.
Yeah, absolutely.
He said, you got to smile in these people's faces and you got to be likable to go out there and get that money. He's like, I get a check here. I'm a husband. I do this. I do that. And I try and get money from all of it.
But he do, though, because you realize the people that got the big money that came out of the entertainment chamber, their money comes from everything else they do.
What did I say earlier? Use the music to make the connections, to make the money.
Yeah, their money come out of everything. Like the people I'm sitting around and doing interviews with and stuff like that, or when I go to LA and I'm in the meetings, These people are worth millions of dollars. And even if they started in music, the stuff that they really make money from is like, what? You doing that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's something as small as like, I invest in what tissue's gonna feel like in the next 20 years. And they want a $5 million test run, and you like, but you don't know how serious those things matter until we don't have it no more, right? So you fill in a void. It's something that's gonna be needed forever. Soap, ever. So, you know, these people are making money off of things that don't got nothing to do with
Everyday
music.
use though.
Right,
Toothpaste.
right.
Like, I found out my kids don't like what they call spicy toothpaste. If it's too minty for them, they want something a little more sweet.
Exactly.
So
They invest in their money and stuff like that.
If you tailor your toothpaste to kids, and you do a commercial and market it for kids, guess what? Now you just picked up multiple generations of selling your toothpaste forever.
Yeah, look at all these little big head kids with all their YouTube channels. Look,
Ryan's World.
that's what I'm saying. Like hundreds of millions to watch him play with toys. I watch my nieces and nephews play with toys.
I go to
Money.
Walmart. The toys is in Walmart.
Yes. But see what I'm saying? They know how to turn that into what? Dollars. They know how to turn it into value. They know how to add value to that. His parents watches him play with toys, and the whole world's fascinated by it. All these kids are fascinated. They sit on their phone, they sit on their tablet all day like this. You know why? Because they saw something. You know what? If
This is what he want to do.
If this is what he want to do, we're going to get everybody to follow. Every kid that feels like my kid, they're going to follow this. And they just run the numbers up. That's what I'm saying. People have to, like you said, marketing is the most important. I caught on to that early because we was in the street. So I know if I could take this, and I'm out here risking my life to do that. And if I could just apply the same thing over here, and then you really, ain't nobody to stop you. It's just you go as hard as you want. Oh, nah, eventually I'll get to where I got to go.
And the thing I recently learned is multiple minds on one marketing strategy. I observed it without anyone saying anything to me. My wife goes, come on, come to the city with me. And we go meet a friend of hers, and we go up to Twin Towers, and we get up in there, and it is one of the biggest advertisement companies in the world, globally. And I'm looking, oh yeah, we just won the Titanium Award. And I'm like, so now I go home and start Googling. I'm a Google king. What's this? What's the Titanium Award for advertisement? I'm like, oh, so I didn't realize how big.
My lady a Google king too.
I didn't realize how big of a situation that was to be in that presence of those people. And as I'm walking through, I see a KFC ad being created, and I'm like, it's multiple people on TV screens and laptops and computers, and there's not a lot of people in the office. Everybody's remote. Some people in the office, some people remote, and you got all these minds on a 30-second commercial.
Right.
So I remember seeing a photo of like 40 people in a room with a major record exec, and they were all working on one single for Mary J. Blige. And I seen a picture of like 40 people, and it takes all of that.
The machine, right?
All that mind power. So I sit there, I crack my head with my director of marketing, and my director of marketing telling me, give me interns. And I know how important that is, because you have older minds and younger minds, and we get the interns, and we work together, meet in the middle. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And people got to understand what it takes to market it's not easy, especially if you want to do it right.
This game, like I said, you know, this game ain't gonna work for everybody. Obviously it's got us, you know, positions to go other places. Like I said, I always looked at it as for the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to get away from what I was trying to get away from. You know, when you get in this game, you can make your own position. That's the great thing about it, right? You could go from being an artist to one day being a CEO. We've seen it happen on a bigger scale, you know what I'm saying? So it all depends on how hard you want to go, period, in life. Like, you know, like I said, once you get yourself established, it's only you to get yourself out of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's only you to press the gas and say, I don't want to do this no more. Or I don't have the same drive like I did last summer, you know? That's why everybody is like, you really want this, then it shouldn't be nothing else that matter.
Absolutely.
And I'm just saying, not even from like an artistic standpoint, I'm just saying even business. You want your company to be in 5 years, ain't nobody could really stop you.
What was it Ice Cube said? He said, if you ain't willing to be broke building your company for 10 years, don't even start, because you
Yeah.
got to be in for it the long
Yeah,
haul.
absolutely. You got to be in it for the long run.
I'm just about to start really monetizing, and I'm about to hit my 5th year. So I understand what he's talking about. I
Yeah.
understand the struggle. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with Duss, and we're going to get to the last segment of the show. We're going to get to the Passing the Torch segment, and we're going to get to hear about who it is that he's looking out for, or who he's acknowledging that he's going to pass the torch to, and big up their brand, their business, or their music, or whatever it is that that person is doing. So we're going to let the audience take it away, and we'll see you back in a few minutes. Welcome back to Crash the Industry. I'm still here with my special guest, Duss Smitto. My brother's here, and he's got his hands into a lot of things. I know you're doing a lot of things in the industry, and you know I follow you, everything that you do, and I've seen you running around with an artist, and you know I listened to a few tracks and everything, and I thought it was really dope with what you had going on. So I want you to tell me a little bit, like how did you meet this artist, and you know what's going on with them, and tell me about the history of it, and so we could, you know, introduce that artist.
Real quick, like I was saying, my man R.H. Bless, that's the one that got me the situation with Passion Hi-Fi.
Okay.
Right? Now, him and Shabazz, the disciple, who was also in the Wu-Tang, he was a grave digger.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We all family. All our families are connected. We all from Red Hook.
Okay.
The artist that you see now, the female, that's their little sis. So I watched her grow up. You know what I'm saying? As, you know, Bless and her are brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay.
And Chipper Blue, Baz is their cousin. Their mothers and sisters.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we all come from Red Hook. Our families are intertwined, of course. And, you know, I just been watching her for years, like just trying to get herself in the game, you know what I'm saying? But not trying to go the route like everybody else because she really could rap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Jay, that's her husband. I call him Fahan Hundo, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And they'll spend their own money to try to get her to where she gotta go. So I always tell them, like, look, y'all doing your own thing. I'll never break up the movement that y'all already got. You know what I'm saying? Just let me add to it if I can open the door, if I can help out with some information, if I can hear something that you may not hear as a hit. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I just bring that experience to the situation.
So she's a rapper?
Yeah, she's a rapper. Like,
Okay,
she's, you know
and
what
what
I'm
is
saying?
her stage name?
Sess Wonder.
Sess Wonder?
Yep, but she really, her biggest thing is fashion, though.
Okay.
She want to go more like with fashion. Like, of course, rap is her passion, but she's really into the fashion.
So she's going to try and use the music as a stepping stone.
Yeah, so to do many different things. Her and her husband, you know what I'm saying? They're both into the fashion.
Okay.
Like, they big on that, too.
So we have unapologetically queued up. So let's get into unapologetically.
I'm the nicest, rudest, most caring, nonchalant. I don't give a person you'll ever meet. I'm unapologetically me. I'm the nicest, rudest, most caring, nonchalant. I don't give a person you'll ever meet. I'm unapologetically me. It's wonder. I never been big on astrology signs, but it hit home every time I'm reading mine. It says an Aries full of fire, cause I'm really lit. You know the saying, you gotta wear it if the shoe fit. I'm not a gangster, but I've been shot by Cupid, and I never let it make me look stupid. I'm quiet, but I talk that through my music. A lot of funny style people I find amusing. How I deal with it, I keep it moving. See him in person, my lips ain't moving. I'm the same person off and on the net. I'll delete the whole person if I lose my respect. My respect. I still want this head like oral sex. I swear I want him in a hospital bed. Make him consider blood the way he bled. I said what I said, even if I fall short, I still start off ahead. I'm either up or I'm down, there's no middle. So if I'm up in it till I hit you. Every time I post something new, I can feel the jealousy, that's the truth. People ain't even into what I'm into. Says they just mad that it's you. I've been this way since a youth. Your kids look up to me, I see the proof. But it's better me than you, cause you done showed them some that ain't cool. I'm the nicest, rudest, most caring, nonchalant. I don't give a person you'll ever meet. I'm unapologetically me. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of cursing. No, I'm not uploading a clean version. You gon' get these raw emotions. This my balance between healing and coping. Cause every day I wake up, I gotta be set. Cause my career on the line like an alcohol test. My cursing ain't as bad as explicit lyrics, so I don't wanna hear it. Chicks popping in the mirror. I wish Candyman would appear. I'm trying to forgive people. I'm trying to let go of fear. Like Biotin, I'm trying to grow here. Sometimes I care too much, then I don't care. Sometimes it's too late for the kid when they care. I'm a hard body, but I got a soft heart. And I refuse to let somebody tear my part. Don't ever take my kindness for weakness. Cause it's Brooklyn in me runs the deepest. Let me give y'all some insight of my life. I work overnight, hitting my line all morning, keeping me up. I be on the phone, I be caring too much. Nicest, rudest, most caring, nonchalant. I don't give a person you'll ever meet. I'm unapologetically me. It's wonder. I'm the nicest, rudest, most caring, nonchalant. I don't give a person you'll ever meet. I'm unapologetically me. And now you know, so you don't gotta believe what they say about me.
Route, she wasn't trying to be like the other girls.
Yeah, she likes to study the art of it. Like, she want to get better as far as just being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? She don't really want to over-sexualize herself, pop this, that. She could really rap. So her thing is like, if I want to put together the records that we used to love. Foxy and Kim had the substance, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Along with the look,
So I know we're going to have to definitely edit some of those out because we can't put that up on TV that.
Yeah.
But she should upload a clean version. I mean, she said it in there. She said, I'm not uploading the clean version.
She is, though.
She should definitely upload a clean version because you never know, like, situations like this where you can end up on a TV show with somebody like you, like, yo, we're going back to the Honeycomb Hideout, and you're going to have to make a clean version.
Right, yeah, absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
You know, I always tell my artists, like, you know what? We got to start making sure we leave the studios with clean versions because
you're going to need it, especially for radio, too,
you're gonna need it.
Yeah, you're going to need it.
So let's get into the next one. This one is called Hard Feelings. Let's get into it.
Putting all my chains on, about to do my neck dead wrong. Putting a ring on every finger, it really got my hand looking bigger. 4 bracelets on my tiny wrist. This my rapper startup kit. Put on a ball main fit, then I dip. Doing 100 in that Challenger. You are not on my caliber. I'll challenge ya on any day of the calendar. Chick in my DM, she talking about her. If I was her, I wouldn't like me neither. She know I got money, she know it's way deeper than sneakers. She low-key got a slick mouth, but the way her down with me much slicker. I heard she a low-key slut, so don't be surprised if I see her and I choke her up. You know what's up? And after I beat you like the World Trade, I'ma go online and blow it up. I talk that shit cause I walk it. Even though I'm a whipaholic, the coupe so wide it look brolic. I don't respect nobody with a wheel gap. Swear I put 22s on a set. My mama know I don't know how to act. Jay know I don't know how to act. I gotta keep getting stuff till I'm fat. He know I'll spend it all on that and never look back. They love me, then they hate me, then they love me again. But every time I'm gon' win. Born a sinner, so I'm gon' sin. Then I'm gon' repent. Throw me in the deep end, just know that I'm gon' swim. That girl back and she litty. Spread the word like Mississippi. My bro got the stick in case it gets sticky. Cause being a rapper is too risky. I want the Cartier plane like a pilot and 2 wings. Stepping in the Bottegas, I ain't tying no shoestrings. Cut my side off, I only do main. Success, fame and wealth, give me the whole thing. And I don't never wanna meet my heroes. Cause the love may go from 100 to 0. Cause my hero is just a rappers follow me in the industry, in the battle league. My haters follow me, cause they can't get enough of me. I enjoy y'all company, I chill with y'all comfortably. Keep getting them views up for me. Ha! Celebs on IG, trying to get breath from me. They say they for my music, but to post it, they gotta charge a fee. What? I'ma just let that be. Dope girl music, I do dope girl things. Everything dope, this is not cocaine. I don't care if she hot, I'm a different flame. She could be blood, we are not the same. Dope online, but even dope in person. I have your girl's stomach hurting. I'm that official. Have you wondering why she's even with you? Told the jeweler I'ma hit him with a wire like child abuse. I tried to four-door, but I'm way sexy in a coupe. Even if I fall, I will never fall. Been a stepper so long that I'll probably never crawl. If you don't want your heart broke, you shouldn't get involved. My phone ringing like a diamond, but I don't answer no calls. When I step like red carpet on the floor. In and out the whip, man, open up the door. It's wonder. Heels a sneaker, I'm a keeper. I like my hair somewhere with a dark Caesar. Some days I'm hood, then I'm diva. Some days it's lobster, then it's pizza. I used to be focused on millions, till I see my idol make $1 billion. I got everything it takes to make a killing. I'm trying to leave some people with hard feelings. I'm trying to leave a lot of people with hard feelings. It's wonder.
She one of them people that really love it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think she used a cat from Jersey. I'm not mistaken. I forgot his name. But she got like her own team of producers and all that.
Not Haas G, right?
You know what? I gotta ask her. I don't know, but she used some cat from out in Jersey that was like, you know what I'm saying?
Because this kind of sounds like something Phantom would do.
It could be. Some people, people be reaching out to her to want to work and stuff like that. And I told her, listen, when you can't stay motivated, just stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Just keep working, keep working, keep working. I tell her to just keep working.
My boy said on the last episode, the best ability is availability.
Yeah, bro, yeah. And then on top of that too, you gotta realize like, if you doing records that make fun to hit, you gotta just keep working. It's gonna happen when it's time. You know what I'm saying?
She could do something.
Yeah. You know, she got, she hungry. She gonna keep working. She one of those people that if she ain't gonna do nothing else right, she gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
And then she have the right people behind her.
Right. And I tell people all the time, like, you gotta be able to be connected to the right people to make this work.
So shout out to Cess Wonder. We know you got some things going on. You couldn't make it to the show. Maybe eventually we'll have Duss come back and bring you up here as his guest, and we could have a longer conversation about what y'all got going on. Maybe you could bring some of the peoples with her.
Yeah, shout out to the whole EMIS too.
Yeah, so shout out everybody you need to shout out. Give them your Instagram, give them all that. Tell them where to find you.
Instagram, you can find me at Duss__Smitto, SMITTO, or you can put a 0. Same thing on YouTube, Duss Smitto TV. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. I ain't really got too much social media. My lady ain't with all that.
Okay, so I want to give a shout out to everybody on my Dash Fire team. I want to give a shout out to my marketing team. I want to give a shout out to my production team and everybody behind the scenes on Crash the Industry.
Word.
We will definitely be back.
Also, shout out to my peoples out in LA. EMIS, yep. Eric Miller, Inspirations. You know what I'm saying? We got Moxie, we got J-Rod coming.
What's the liquor company?
Grand Leander, baby.
Grand Leander. I need my bottle.
Yeah, we got check. You.
We gave you a shout out without getting my check cleared. So we will definitely be back with more episodes. Duss will definitely be a returning guest. We're gonna have more things, and I need you to reach out, and I need you to get me Self on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna do something. We're gonna work some channels for you. I got you. You my guy.
Yo,
appreciate you.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Absolutely. Peace.
New York, what's up, New York? Listen, we in New York, right?